I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning. I had returned from Silicon Valley, where I read that last week Singapore Airlines launched the next stage of their digital transformation project. And I was not surprised that that new stage was related to, guess who? Yes, people, employees. That is exactly what I wanted to cover today. The term digital transformation is mentioned by everybody. At every single conference, we hear it many times, and it's easy to understand why. Businesses, organizations associate their future with business transformation. Those that are unable to transform digitally will remain on the outskirts of history. But I do not want my presentation, I hate it, to be yet another 1000th presentation devoted to digital transformation. I would like to consider a facet of it that probably has never been discussed. Speaking about digital transformation, we should remember what an organization is about today. Let's draw this rectangle, this perimeter of an organization. Today's enterprise is transforming into a digital enterprise. What does it mean? It means that there are digital data at the input, and the outcome, the product of the enterprise, is a digital product. You will easily agree if we are talking about an IT company, but you will ask, how about manufacturing or agriculture? I should say, the same is happening in agriculture. A modern farm is more like an office, a digital company with a digitally savvy agricultural engineer. It has to do directly with digital engineering, with remote earth sensing, satellites, drones, all this kind of stuff. Those drones taking images of the ground and at very high resolution, helping employees to make efficient, informed decisions with the accuracy of up to a square centimeter. And as a result, there is another cloud-based service using which another company sends digitalized tractors which can add value with the accuracy of up to 1 square acre or even foot. And this is reality already. However, if we look into this company, what will we see? We will see employees, first of all. Today's organization comprises people, ourselves. But those employees also become digital. I was corrected today. Some people say that it sounds pretty weird in Russian, digital input and digital output. Nevertheless, our employees also have such digital input and output. At the input, we obtain knowledge that we get from the screen or attached to our emails or from a database. And as advanced computers, we process this information, make decisions, then we click certain buttons, and here we are with our digital output. And all those things related to the processing of digital information flows is this digital transformation. And I would like to touch upon two aspects of it today. The aspects that are already changing the landscape of this process. The first one is called RPA, Robotic Process Automation. Colleagues, please raise your hands, those of you who are familiar with this term. Yes, of course, we are in an audience where everybody knows about it. Nevertheless, I'll say a few words about it. It is about automating recurrent operations of these employees, transforming 10-minute long operations into 1-minute long operations or transactions. For instance, an email comes from a customer saying, look, I paid for the service, but it has never been extended. My subscription has not been extended. What does the employee do? He opens the payment order electronically, compares the payment date versus the subscription date, and makes decision about either extending the subscription or declining it. Today, this work can be done by robots. They can do it. They process images, photographs, transform data into information. The software robots are becoming more and more intelligent. And this has been acknowledged by investors all around the world. Therefore, companies in the RPA industry are becoming astronomically expensive. Some of them have reached capitalization in the past 4 years, which has exceeded $4 billion. And they truly believe that now artificial intelligence will be able to substitute human employees, and organizations all over the world, including you, will be able to improve his or her efficiency to a level of magnitude. It may be 10, 20, 25%. What does it imply? It means that our working week, business week, may be boiled down from 5 business days to 4 business days. But will it make us happy as employees? Of course, not everybody is going to be happy. Is it good or bad? It's rather good than bad. And those employees are going to stay in their respective organizations, provided that the main asset of any organization is people. Should we expect any technology breakthrough in this industry, in this area? Should we expect any revolution? My answer to this question is yes, 100%. Moreover, it's happening right now. And now let's think about the second part of the second aspect of our employee. The first one has already been digitalized with robots, but there is also a biological aspect of it, physical aspect. What do we want to know about it, about our assets? Do our employees work remotely? Of course, we want to know about that. We also want to know what our managers do. Where is the secret of the best of them? Oh, well, there are some expert data. There are experts who believe that they know everything. But we normally do that based on evidence. We want to have objective knowledge. What distinguishes an efficient leader or seller? Why seller A sells more than seller B? Do we want to know about it? Of course. Or why this agent responds the letters of customers faster than that one. Maybe he meets customers or she meets customers more often. In each organization, there will be its own procedure for it. Or do we want to know who wants to quit? For instance, our chief engineer may want to quit in a couple of months. He or she does not know about it himself or herself yet. However, there is certain digital trace, footprint. And this trace contains huge data, and those technologies are called AI people analytics. It can be HR analytics or staffing potential or personnel potential analytics. It is being discussed by all those who are engaged in human capital management. Probably the most famous of such experts is George Berdin, and for months he'll been discussing engagement 3.0 or continuous sensing or all the various technologies related to employees' experience. Can this be learned? Can this be examined? Are we in a position to come up with technologies capable of analyzing this digital trace in order to come up with answers to all these questions? Well, it comes that it's possible. In fact, prior to the events that happen in organizations, there is a digital trace which may be slightly different. For example, let's take a truck driver who finds himself in an accident. Most frequently, the reason of this is the driver being impaired because of lack of sleep or having drunk alcohol. And in such situation, his digital trace will be different. The way he steers the steering wheel, the way he applies the brake pedal or the accelerator. And we can trace it not minutes but hours before the actual accident. Modern trucks are equipped with tons of sensors allowing to trace all this kind of deviations, which yields us a full-fledged digital trace. Thanks to my destiny, I've dealt with both of these technologies, RPA and employee analytics. Some time ago, several years ago, together with Alexander Moskalev, we had an office here, not far from here. The two of us would stay at that office, and we would program Lingua and then Fine Reader. 50 million people in 90 countries of the world already use this technology, and we have become one of the leaders in the area of AI. Fine Reader actually brought Abyss to content intelligence and content IQ domain, which is brain for digital robots. And we also became one of the leaders in AI People Analytics, the technology that allows reading employee thoughts. So let's discuss this topic too. Let's discuss how situations can be forecasted in organizations, situations which have never occurred yet, about which employees don't know yet. Such technologies, as I said, can help us forecast accidents. The same can be done about employees quitting. Prior to making this decision to quit, the personnel normally burns out, then engages in working for new employment, and we have managed to teach a neural network how to identify such patterns in employees' behavior and forecast employees quitting with accuracy level of 85%. According to Deloitte, organizations all around the world lose up to 2 annual salaries, up to $10 million per year, being unable to do that. And thanks to do such forecasting, the companies will be able to retain people, understand why some sellers sell more than others, understand what differs the best managers. This is the way predictive analytics and AI are transforming the landscape. The future has become reality already. It's already here. These technologies are already here, and we should use such technologies already. Every single leader should start thinking about using them today in order to achieve a real breakthrough tomorrow, in order to